I'm here with Julia from Selig Suffolk Trust, and I'm going to ask her some questions. Woo!
Hello.
Yeah. How many homeless people do you get at the Ipswich Winter Night Shelter each year?
That is a very good question. We have 12 beds for our guests, and since we opened 6 years ago, we've had an average of 38 people using the shelter each year.
Apart from a hot meal, shower and a bed for the night, what other services can the night shelter offer its guests?
We offer a lot more than a hot meal, a shower and a bed for the night. And the big thing that we offer is a combination of having somewhere warm and safe, with a nice comfortable bed and a nice fluffy duvet. It's the combination of that with our lovely volunteers and our support worker.
How many volunteers work at the night shelter?
We had last year 318 volunteers working in the night shelter. It's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, that's so much.
And that included your lovely mum.
Oh, really?
Guests get looked after physically, but they get looked after in lots of other ways as well. So they gain weight and they start to look after themselves and enjoy having showers. We offered free haircuts thanks to some lovely local hairdressers. A really nice volunteer offered a massage, so every Sunday guests had massages. Another lady came and did foot care and foot massages. So they get lots more than just those basic things, but a big difference is that they have support to help them make changes, and 15 of our guests last winter found somewhere to live.
What advice would you give to young people like me on how to approach a homeless person?
That is another great question, Roma. I would say that people from all walks of life can end up being homeless. And so that means that everybody who happens to be homeless is different. So it's quite hard to say, do this one thing, because all the people are different. But what I would say is that safety has to come first. And so what you have to think is, not everybody who's homeless wants to be approached. They might be asleep. They might have had a whole day of being approached or talked to. So my advice would be, if you're with friends or you're with family and it looks as if the person is wanting to be approached, that you should smile and say hello.
Would you recommend giving money to a homeless person?
You can help somebody who's homeless without giving them money. So there are lots of things you can do. You're doing one of them. You're raising money to help a charity that works with people who are homeless. You know somebody who volunteers with a charity, your mum. So you can give support to charities, you can volunteer with charities. And there's a really important thing that you can do to make sure that the person who is homeless gets the help they need. And that's use something called Street Link, where you can put in a little report to say, I've seen this person. And what that means here in Ipswich is that somebody will go out and try and find them and make sure they know what help there is. I would say that whether or not you give money is a personal decision, but I know that we had guests in the night shelter who begged for money, and I know that lots of those guests use that money to buy drugs. So that would inform my decision about whether or not I gave money to someone. Does that help? It's quite a difficult question, because it's easy to think that they're cold and they're hungry and that they don't have anywhere to sleep, and those things are all true. But it's not quite as clear and as simple as that. People who are homeless are really strong, but every day is a battle for them in ways that we can't understand. And so I find that inspiring. I think people who are homeless are inspiring. And I discovered through working at the night shelter that they're funny and caring and clever and loyal. I think that's 6 words. But strong and brave and inspiring are definitely the ones that come to mind.
How do homeless people become homeless, and what's the most common story of why they ended up on the street?
I guess my first answer would be that I don't think there is a common story. So I said it a little bit earlier, I think there are lots of ways that a person can end up being homeless, and that might be that their relationship is broken up, it might be that they lost their job, that they were injured or they got sick, and then they lost their job and then they couldn't pay their rent, and then they end up with nowhere to live. Certainly we have guests in the night shelter who've been through all of those things. And I guess the other thing I would say is that not everybody that you might see on the street begging in Ipswich is homeless, and not every homeless person begs on the streets in Ipswich. So it's really important to understand the difference between those two things. There'll be some people who are homeless who we won't ever see. So we had one person who'd been sleeping in their car, so that wasn't something that many people would have seen him or be aware of. And we had another person who slept in a tent right out in the countryside. So yeah, everybody has a story, you're right about that, but the reasons are really varied. But a common one is that friends and family might have been helping out and then they can't help out anymore for whatever reason. What do you think you've learnt by talking to me today?
I've learned that not everybody on the streets you think they're either weak or something like that. It's like you've never known, you don't know their past life, you don't know why they ended up on the streets. You just think that they're just going to be there, and it's not. And that's what I've learned, is that they're not. They're all different people, and they all have different stories.
Yeah.
And I learned something really important by that, because now doing this charity thing, like the charity EP and the CD, I've looked around the homeless people, and my mum as a volunteer of it, we talk to them now, and it's like they have more confidence in talking to people, and they're just very strong and brave, like you said. They are very inspiring. That's why I wrote songs. Thank you, Julia, for spending your time with me and answering my questions.
It's an honour, and thank you for what you're doing to raise money for us. It's really, really encouraging. I can't tell you, it's really encouraging.